The key to this business is personal relationships. I love getting up in the morning. I clap my hands and say, this is going to be a great day. Unless you love everybody, you can't sell anybody. Roll with the punches. Tomorrow's another day. If this is empty, this doesn't matter. Hey, I don't have all the answers. In life, to be honest, I've failed as much as I've succeeded. I love my life, and I wish you my kind of success.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to PACT's Capital Conference for 2017. Please welcome Mr. Andy Hamilton of Morgan Lewis.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to day 2 of the PACT Capital Conference. We had a great day yesterday, a lot of terrific content and engaging speakers, and I think everybody really enjoyed themselves at the cocktail hour. I want to take a moment and introduce Morgan Lewis. We've enjoyed working on the conference and sponsoring the conference this year. We're a firm of more than 2,200 lawyers, patent agents, benefits advisors, regulatory scientists, and other specialists in over 30 offices across North America, Asia, and the Middle East. Our firm has a long history of working with startups and remains committed to working with startups and supporting entrepreneurship throughout this region, the country, and the world. Jeff and I also want to take one minute and thank Steve Goodman, especially. Steve has been a great supporter of the two of us, has been invaluable in his guidance as we've prepared for the conference and really throughout our careers. If any of you know Steve, he could not be here today because he's in Paris where he spends a lot of time, but he's definitely with us here in spirit. I'd also like to thank the remaining members of the Morgan Lewis team, particularly our marketing group led by Valerie Calderon and her colleagues. It's been a tremendous effort this year, and we've really enjoyed working on the conference. A few announcements. This is the 6th year we're using the mobile app in addition to our conference handbook, so please remember to download the app and it will give you play-by-play of the agenda and who, where, and when. The Capital Conference survey is on the mobile app and is also in hard copy in the networking space. We want to know what you think about this year's conference, so please take a couple minutes and tell us. This morning we have a total of 45 featured companies. Be sure to sit in on those sessions, great companies and great stories. At this year's conference, again, each presenting company will get direct feedback from a panel of investors in each presenting room, and they will be watching these companies, so please pay attention. Following our company presentations will be our panel sessions, which are sponsored by Morgan Lewis and Dwayne Morris. And then back here for lunch, sponsored by KPMG, which will feature a keynote address from Jeff Morad, who is the chairman of Morgan Lewis's Global Sports Initiative. The afternoon sessions will feature more presentations from our featured companies and content sessions sponsored by Cozen O'Connor, Fox Rothschild, Independence Blue Cross, and Morgan Lewis. New to this year's conference is our reverse pitches. The reverse pitches will give entrepreneurs a chance to hear from larger companies about what they're looking for, in their search for new technologies. So I think that will be a really great addition to the conference. The day will wrap up with the Lion's Den, sponsored by McCarter and English. This is a takeoff of the show Shark Tank and has been a really exciting addition to the conference for the past 2 years. Of course, we'll wrap up the conference at the end of the day with our gala reception, sponsored by Grant Thornton and Pepper Hamilton at the Crystal Tea Room. It's a great schedule of events today. We're very excited about it, and we hope everyone will enjoy it. A couple of housekeeping items. Please switch all mobile devices to vibrate and ringer throughout the conference. Keep your name tag on, and thank you again for your support of the PACT Capital Conference. Particularly thank you to our over 70 sponsors who we would not be able to put on this conference without their support. At this point, I'm happy to introduce Sean Denham, Managing Partner of Grant Thornton.
Good morning, everybody. I am Sean Denham, the managing partner of Grant Thornton for our Philadelphia office. Just wanted to tell you a little bit about Grant Thornton just for 30 seconds. We are in 50 offices or so around the country, global accounting, tax, and advisory firm, 50,000 employees globally in a little over 140 countries. So last year, I was on stage a lot. I was actually the host of this event on the behalf of Grant Thornton. And Andy, I think you're doing a fantastic job this year. You still got another day, so pace yourself. It's great to be an attendee as opposed to the host. It's much, much more relaxing. Tonight, we are, as Andy mentioned, along with Pepper Hamilton, the host of the gala. So it's very, very rare to be able to say to 1,000 people, drinks are on me, but tonight, drinks are on me. And at this time, I'd like to welcome Dean Miller to the stage.
Thank you, Sean. And thank you to Grant Thornton for hosting the gala. We're really looking forward to it tonight. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. All right. Welcome to day 2 of the PACT Capital Conference. We purposely let you sleep in a little bit with an abbreviated schedule, so we wanted to make sure you have plenty of energy for the day and, of course, the gala reception tonight. And we want you all to be able to connect, so we built in some good time to do that throughout the day. If you haven't signed up for any one-on-one meetings, there's still time to do that. There's also still time to do sign-ups for our social media platforms. I don't know if we can put that slide up, but our social media platforms, including LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And again, on Twitter, hashtag PactCapCon. Sign up throughout the day, please. Also, if you're on the phone, log into the conference app. Again, the source for all great information on the conference and also the source for one-on-one meetings. There's no limit in that regard. If you need any help with any of that, please see one of our team members at the registration desk. Every year, a different leader from our community serves as chairperson. You just heard from 2 of them, the current and the previous. And they really help to guide and shape each year's event. And we're very thankful for our 2017 chairman, Jeff Bodel and Andy Hamilton of Morgan Lewis. Please join me in recognizing their efforts, please. And each year at the conference, we like to announce who gets to do it the next year. And so without further ado, I'd like to announce that the chairman of the 2018 25th annual, it's a lot of pressure, PACT Capital Conference will be managing partner of RSM and PACT board member Bob Fesnack. Bob could not join us this morning. He had a conflict, but we would like to recognize RSM and his partner and team, Mike Romano, and we look forward to working with them and certainly wish them good luck over this next year of planning. All right, so why do I have some people standing on stage here? They're very important people that help to contribute to a report that we're about to launch and showcase for you this morning very briefly. So for the 5th year in a row, we're using the Capital Conference to release an investment report on the region. And you may remember in past years we've done healthcare, we've done life sciences, we've done digital health, we've done information technology. New this year, we've partnered with PitchBook. PitchBook is the industry's most comprehensive M&A, private equity, and venture capital database and platform, and also a close partner of the National Venture Capital Association. The report will be available in paper copy right outside the ballroom as you leave, just to the left, right at the end of the registration desk. It's also will be made available digitally on our website, the websites of our partners, and PitchBook. Our partners for this year's report include Ben Franklin Technology Partners, Morgan Lewis, EY, Fairmount Partners, Safeguard, BioAdvance, Life Sciences PA, the CEO Council for Growth, and Merrill Corporation. And joining me on stage this morning from the CEO Council for Growth are Claire Greenwood. Joining me from Fairmount Partners is Alan Bourne. And joining me from Ben Franklin Technology Partners is David Cohen. Please, a round of applause for all of our supporters of this report. All right, so what does the report say? I'm going to roll through 6 quick slides and give you a perspective. First one's up. We looked at 10 years of venture capital data, and as you can see on this first chart, the trajectory of Philadelphia investment activity in that time period has been positive, with very steady growth. You always like to see things going up and to the right. And this really places Philadelphia just outside the top 10 nationally in terms of venture activity. Second chart. Most of the growth that we see from a stage perspective can be attributed to angel and seed deals. That's right, there's many angel and seed investors I've seen here in the audience this morning. Angel and seed deals contribute to the growth that we've seen. If we can go back one chart, I apologize. And so, what does this mean? This is obviously a positive point, because as more companies are getting funded at the earliest stages, it better fills the pipeline for future growth in both early and late stage fundings. The next chart, if we can jump ahead one more after that, please, is by sector. So this shows by sector, and it's a little bit of an eye chart, obviously. You'll get to your hands on the report in just a few minutes. But what this chart says is that healthcare and life sciences continues to lead from an industry breakdown perspective. How big do they lead? So from a deal perspective, it's about 40% of the deals. And this is just looking at 2017. From a dollar perspective, healthcare and life sciences account for 80% of the deal value. Software, by the way, was second in terms of number of deals, with 25% of the rounds closed. The next chart is about corporate VC. So we know there's a number of corporations in our area and nationally and internationally that are increasingly investing in venture capital. And Philadelphia has witnessed growth and is really on pace to set a record this year for the number of deals closed by corporate venture capital firms. This is significant and obviously really helpful to the health of any ecosystem. Also, by the way, when it comes to corporate VC, healthcare and life sciences once again leads the way. The next chart really talks about a new area for investment activity, one that's near and dear to many people in this room, to Ben Franklin, who helped launch the Impact PHL initiative. So over the past few years, Philadelphia has really established itself as a center for impact investing. And it's really thanks to initiatives like Impact PHL, Good Company Ventures, and others. This is an important development, really, as investors, consumers, entrepreneurs are increasingly focused on positive social impact as well as returns. And we can tell you for a fact, because PitchBook looks at this nationally, that Philadelphia really has established itself as a center for impact investing just in the past couple of years. The last chart that I'm going to show you is all about exit activity. So exit activity by type for the last 10 years. We average about 20 exits a year, mostly acquisitions. Nothing wrong with acquisitions. We love acquisitions. You all love acquisitions as both investors, as entrepreneurs, et cetera. What we need is more exits. Obviously, the fuel that we have at the early and seed stages, particularly in the angel, we see that. And what we believe we need increasing amounts of are the later stage capital that can come from outside the region as well as inside the region. And you'll see some data in the report on that. So homegrown capital certainly is something that's important, but it's also attracting folks. We have a number of visitors, obviously, over this course of these 2 days from outside the area. I want to thank all of you for all the activity that you do, whether you're starting companies, raising capital, investing, and it all contributes to the health of our ecosystem. Please pick up a copy on your way out. It is a report that looks like this, but it'll be right on your left as you make your way out. Again, I want to thank our supporters, just remind you who they are: Ben Franklin, Fairmount Partners, Life Sciences PA, Safeguard, Morgan Lewis, EY, BioAdvance, the CEO Council for Growth, and Merrill Corporation. I want you to enjoy your first day. We are starting at 9:15 with the first round of company presentations. That gives you about 20 minutes to continue enjoying your breakfast, network, and head downstairs one level to the company presentations. Thank you.